Hello, my glowing angels. Welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing this message is meant for you. This is for you, from your inner child, your intuition, your shadow self, and your future higher self, and your spirit team, your guardian angels, the divine, and the universe. My name is Cynthia, but I go by Sweetison. You can find me on Instagram. I have the same tagline if you want to know more about my story. And this message is for the collective. If you want a more personal reading, the information will be in the description. This is the Mura Mantra deck, Oracle deck. What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you. Spirit team, guardian angels of the collective, what messages do you have for yourself? You guys are pretty hesitant people, aren't you? And very selective and guarded. You guys play your cards close to your chest. You're not really opened up to a lot of things. That is the feeling that I'm getting, that you guys are really pretty closed off and you're not, there's a lot of hesitant things in your life right now and you're guarded, and there is a reason why. So there's no judgment on my page. It is what it is. We've all dealt with things we're proud of, things we're not proud of, but we did what we did. Learning to accept it, acknowledge it, and release it is something I'm trying to teach, or the things I'm teaching with my purpose. I walk with my head held high. I am grateful for my body's ability to experience joy and life. I deserve to feel comfortable and confident in my body. These are the messages that you are receiving, that your highest self and guardian angel spirit team wants you to know. Inner child of the collective, what messages do you have for yourself? Please and thank you. What messages do you have for the collective, inner child? Any other messages? Inner child of the collective, what are the messages do you need to hear today? Please and thank you. With respect and with clear messages, please. Thank you. Acceptance. Your light self wants peace, understanding, and harmony. Your shadow self is in denial, struggle, and conflict. Embrace acceptance and let go of resistance. It brings peace. Patience. I am not a patient person. I hate waiting, but I'm learning to deal with it. Your light self is persistent, trust, and endurance. Your shadow self is impatient, frustration, and does things in haste. Trust the timing of your life. Good things takes time. When we are misguided, or when doors close. Sorry, that's my puppy. The mailman's here, or an Amazon truck. If you have dogs, you know what I mean. But when a door closes, another opens, because what is not aligned for you or what's not meant for you will leave. And I think of it as people or opportunities taking the trash out for you and moving you into the direction that you're meant to be. Compassion. Your light self has empathy, kindness, and understanding. Your shadow self is indifference, judgment, and harshness. When we have compassion for ourselves and others, we our heart grows bigger, right? Um, Cultivate compassion in your heart. Understand and empathize with others. Put yourself in other people's shoes. I've done that all my life so I can have a better understanding of how other people feels. That's why I can see sadness in others and why I want to bring joy into other people so they don't feel that same sadness I do. Um, what does your intuition want you to know? Intuition of the collective. What messages do you have for yourself? Please and thank you. Inner strength. Intuition thrives on inner strength. Trust yourself more. Your body knows, and like your nose knows too. Like if you smell something and you don't like it, there's a reason why you shouldn't eat it or whatever. Like if it's just really weird. Like if your body senses tension in the room or if it feels unsafe, there's a reason why, and you should just trust your body more. A lot of people, or like for myself, okay, I'm speaking for myself. In the past, I didn't trust my intuition, but I'm learning to do so. I knew the relationship that I was in for 13 years wasn't the right thing for me, but I did it anyways. Like I went with it. I went against my intuition. The guy that I was with loved me fully, unconditionally, with all my faults and all my bad habits and everything. I didn't love myself enough to put myself first. And I don't regret the time that I had with him, but I knew he wasn't the right person for me. I got a call from my sister when I was living in New York. I was 30 years old. I'm from California. I moved to where he was in New York. I got a call from my sister saying, if I had another baby, would you come help me? So I moved from New York to Washington to where I am now because everything in me when I got that call was like, yes, this is where you have to go. Go. Whatever you do, just go. And I did, and I'm here, and I'm doing all of this. I'm writing my book. I'm being a life coach. I'm being a tarot and oracle reader. I'm connected to my spirit team. I am awakened. A lot of things open for me because I trusted my intuition, my gut, and my feelings. So the inner strength you have is to listen to yourself. Inner knowing. Trust your inner wisdom. It will guide you to the right path. Another time that I did trust my intuition, it was when I was in Vegas and they offered like a free buffet. So I was like, okay, sure, why not? I was kind of naive, but did that, got the free buffet, and then it was a timeshare, and of course I didn't know what it was. So they showed us a place, and they're like, oh, giving us the spiel, me and my friend, and then at the end they're like, here, are you interested? Sign the papers. And then everything in my body, I was shaking, I was sweating. My body was like, no. I was like, this fear, like I'm being attacked by a bear, was like happening to me. Sweating, shaking. It was everything in my body was saying no. So, it didn't make sense. I was on SSI. I'm still on it. Like, I'm on disability for depression. And like, it didn't make sense. Why am I paying for a place that I'm not even going to stay in full time? It just did not make sense for me. So, like, your inner knowing, trust yourself, okay? Mirror of truth. Intuition reflects the truth like a mirror. Trust what you perceive. A song that's coming to me is Man in the Mirror, Be the Change You Want to See. Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. Trust your gut. Your body knows the truth. Trust your gut feeling. The cards are never wrong. Like, this is the energy that they're giving me. And it's the messages that you're receiving. It is for the collective. If you want a personal reading, check out in the description. Chakra alignment. Balance your energy centers to enhance your intuition perception. What does your shadow self want you to know? Shadow self of the collective. What messages do you need to hear? Please and thank you. Shadow self of the collective. What messages do you need to hear? Thank you. Face inner demons. Don't be afraid of darkness. There's a light nearby. Transformation, integration. Your shadow self and your inner child needs to be combined, accepted, acknowledged, so that you can become your highest self. The positive and negative, a duality that everybody has. When we face both the light and the good, we become whole. We can't live life all positive. Then, like, it'll be boring. It'll be like, okay, well, like, it's good all the time. How do we know it's good when it's always good, right? Or if it's bad all the time, how are we going to know the good when it's always bad, right? So there's a duality in life. Pros, cons, good, bad, light, day, like yin and yang and all these different things. White, black, there's a lot in life. So facing your inner demons, they're not there to hurt you. It's for you to understand them and why you do the things that you do. Inner cosmo. To embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. Trauma, seeing, go deeper. I've dealt with a lot of depression, anxiety, traumas, lots and lots of traumas, a lot of self-hatred, a lot of negativity in my life, and overcoming it all through like therapy and just self-love, self-care, self-acceptance, acknowledgement. When I've acknowledged everything, like, I wasn't seeking someone else to save me. I became my own hero. And this is what I want to teach others, that to accept all parts of yourself so that you can be whole. What does your future higher self want you to know? Future higher self of the collective, what messages do you have for yourself? Please and thank you. What messages do you have for the collective? Oh, there's a lot. Thank you. Your heart always knows the way. Simply trust it. For me, I don't really believe this. I think your gut is the one that is always true, because your heart and your mind will always argue, fight over something. I love him, but he's no good for you. Blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a battle within those two. But your gut intuition, you know the truth. And then it's just learning to trust it. There is a way if you are willing to change the way you see it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Take a look at it from a different perspective. Like, I can still play victim. I can still blame everybody else for what happened to me in my life. But when I took ownership, when I acknowledged it, when I accepted it, when I forgave myself and forgive the situation, I was able to move on. I was able to let go of the extra baggage that I was carrying, to find my purpose, to find my joy, and like do what I love instead of being stuck in a room doing nothing. That was what I was doing for a majority of my life. Perspective is a matter of where you stand. Exactly. Like, there's a negative and positive to life, right? There, within the darkness, there is a light, and there's no light without the darkness. There is a duality in all of us. So, just like for me, it's just learning to accept every part of me, the good, the bad, the unpretty, and the beautiful. All parts of me, it's still me, right? I'm still a brat. I'm still impatient. I'm still, a lot of things, but I'm also caring. I'm also thoughtful. I'm also loving. I'm also generous. I'm also like, there's so many parts of me that a lot of people don't know because I was scared of people seeing the real me because I was scared of being judged. I was scared of being who I am because I was people pleasing, right? I'm being who they wanted me to be. But I've learned to be authentic, to be true to myself, to acknowledge how I feel, and like the only opinion is that matters is my own. An eclipse may hide your light, but not forever. We all have a light within. I call you my glowing angels because there is a light within us. We are glowing. It may be dim when we're not sure who we are, but when we are our authentic, genuine, true self, it grows brighter. And I am shining my light to help heal who needs to be healed. Like not all traumas are the same, but it kind of works the same, right? Like we can have all different traumas. We can all do it differently. We can we do it by avoiding the issues, fear. We face everything and rise or forget everything and run. I've been running for too long and I hate running. Okay, in general, I just don't like running. But until I face my fears and acknowledge it for what it is, all this extra weight I've been carrying is all gone for the most part. This is the Angel Whispering deck. What messages do you have for the collective guardian angels? Please and thank you. What messages do you have for the collective? What do they need to know? What messages do you have for the collective guardian angels? Spirit team, the divine universe, what messages do they need to know right now? Please and thank you. One, destiny. Follow what you feel. Listen as your intuition helps guide you to what you are manifesting. The inner whispers are helping you to create all that it is you desire. Listen, lean in, and follow your soul. Excuse me. Affirmation: life is always happening for me. I am allowing myself to lean in to what feels good. 777. Alignment. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Affirmation: I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feelings of the divine. What is meant to be will be. There's so many songs and like so many movies and messages, and they're all true, and it's just how you see things. This is the path of light. What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you. Messages from the divine universe, spirit team, guardian angels. Thank you. Appreciate. I recognize the light in my life and focus my thoughts on the beauty within and around me. I give thanks for every little thing that brings me joy, knowing that gratitude inspires more positivity. Surrounded by abundance, I am deeply grateful for all that life has blessed me with. Inner healing. God, the divine, the universe has brought me to the perfect state of being for healing. When I encounter weakness, I transform it into strength. I focus my thoughts on the light, allowing darkness to turn into courage. With each step, I become stronger, more resilient, and aligned with divine healing. This is the empowering messages. What messages do you have for the what message do you have for the collective, divine universe, guardian angel, spirit team? What messages do you have? What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you. What messages do you have? Please and thank you. Okay, yeah. I was asking them to pop out. I like it when they do that. It's just really cool to me. So let's see. One more. Stories. Question the narrative. Consider the stories that you believe about life, about yourself, or about others. Replace these stories with external truths. Like we are our own enemies. We always think the worst. But let's change that to be our biggest cheerleaders. Why can't we just think and feel more positive instead of negativity? So like finding the whole truth, because there's always his side, her side, their side, your side, but they're both true for them, for that person, but learning to see it in their perspective too, you gain clarity, and a lot of you disregard the miscommunication, misunderstanding, and like whatever. And please don't have assumptions about the other person too, because I really dislike that when people assume, because they already made up their mind before even asking you whatever it is. So then you're defending your truth to their assumption of you. So it makes you feel even worse. Like I've been there. I've like people assume things about me, and like it's just so irritating to me, because it's like, why should I even tell you how I feel or what my point of view was when you didn't even care to ask me? And then now me telling you my truth is against your assumption. So it's like, I'm sorry. It's just that's a trigger for me. People who assume. Blessing. Live a blessed life. Everything that we do and every word that we speak is an opportunity for us to either give or receive a blessing. Be the bearer of blessings today. Intuition. Follow your inner compass. Half of intuition is listening, the other half is acting. If you have asked, you will receive an answer. It is time to listen and to follow your guidance. I had a calling to write a book about my story, about my life, and it's not going to happen if I don't do it, right? So I'm doing it. I'm writing a book of my life and my knowledge, and hopefully it will help heal the world because I have been through a lot and I've done a lot of help, self love, self healing, self care, and acceptance, and all of that. And, I became the hero, the person I needed when I was younger. And I hope I can be that for other people. Creativity. Enjoy some fun projects. Make time to play, explore, and creatively express yourself. Creativity is an essential ingredient for physical and emotional balance in life. We can't work, work, work all the time and have no time for play. There needs to be a work life balance for friends, family, love, whatever is in your life. What is really important? Because, at a job, you can be replaced, but with your family, you cannot be. So find out what truly matters to you. Uplift. We all rise together. Celebrate the success of others. Share the joy of their triumph. We are all connected. So when we lift each other up, it rises our own vibration. This is so true. Like, I don't want to knock someone down to feel better about myself. That's just not who I am, right? I am happy for anyone and everyone that they did their hardest to succeed. Why am I going to be jealous or envious or whatever? They did the work. Why am I going to knock them down when they did what they needed to do, right? I feel like people who are mean or who are whatever, I they're just jealous. Like they want what the other people have, but they are not willing to do the work, right? That's just my opinion. We can agree to disagree, but it's like, what's take a look, introspection. Why is their success making you feel less than? Like, it all starts within. Grounding. Get quiet. Stay present. Now is not the time for detachment. Get centered on your body's awareness. Doing so will help you to create the stability you desire. Again, it starts with yourself. Seeking out other people's validation, like other people's approval, whatever it is, like, it's not going to be worth it at the end because they can easily take it away. When you fill up your own cup, when there's food at home and you don't need to get crumbs from anyone else, you don't have to settle. You have the self love, my goodness. Appreciate yourself. Show yourself deep respect by accepting yourself just as you are. Release any self limiting beliefs. Give yourself credit. You've earned your wisdom. This is so crazy. I didn't even know this was here, but self love is so important. Like I was saying, there was this story I read. You're at home, there's nothing to eat at home. So a guy or girl comes to you, I have this pizza, do you want it? You're starving. So of course, you're like, okay, yeah, you can come into my house and, like, if I can have the pizza or whatever your favorite food is, right? And then they're stuck in your house. They don't clean up after themselves. They're taking advantage of you. They're doing all these things to disrespect you. But because you didn't have that food at home, you don't have that love at home, you don't have that thing to fulfill yourself with, of course you're going to accept whatever you want. You're going to settle for less because you don't have it at home. It starts with you. So this is just a life lesson I've learned, that when we fill up our own cup, if we make ourselves happy, if we give ourselves love, acceptance, to be seen, to be heard, to be acknowledged, to be forgiven, Whatever the case is, start within, because seeking out validation from others will not end well. Been there, done that, don't like it. Focus. What really matters? Energy flows where your attention goes. Organize and prioritize what is important to you, and it will energize these parts of your life. We think, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. No, the grass is greener where you grow it. What is your focus? What are you giving your attention and energy to? Well, more of that will come. Yeah, I'm just very passionate about what I know, and I wish I could share my knowledge with the world so they don't have to go through the hardship that I have. But I know a lot of people have to learn through their mistakes. And a lot of time, the mistake will keep happening until you finally learn your lesson. This is the law of attraction. What is attracting into their life? Spirit, guardian angels, what messages do they need to know? I will do both sides. Take what resonates. Compassion. Your heart expands when you offer kindness. True power lies in understanding and empathy. Show unconditional love today. Offer support or a kind word without expectation. I was asked on a date a while ago, but this guy did not reply to me for 5 days, so I took myself on a date. I went out to dinner. The waitress was really nice to me and very friendly, so I just wrote her a note. Her name is something like Fabulous. I wrote her a note like "Stay awesome," and then I found out that her name was Fabulous in Spanish. I'm not sure how it spells, but I was like, "Stay awesome," or should I say "fabulous," because that's already in your name. And then just to keep shining your light and keep glowing. And then I just gave her gave her a tip and gave her the message, or I think it was her brother to give to her. But I hope she sees it. I hope she likes it, and I hope it brightens up her day. And then I walked home because I wanted to drink, and I live close, so I walked to wherever. And I danced the way home, and I, literally that night, I freed my inner child. I danced, I sang, I, took power. I didn't let this guy who said he wanted to take me on a date and didn't, and ignore me. I didn't belittle myself in asking, sending 100 texts, why aren't you messaging me back? I had more self-respect. Old me would have felt insecure and spiral, but learning to love who I am, accepting what it is, sorry, brain fog, but it is what it is. No message is a message, okay? So, accept it and move on. How people treat you is how they're going to treat you. You can either accept it or you can move on. Emotional detachment or self-criticism may be blocking your energy. Open your heart to connection. Resonance. You attract what you vibrate. Your energy is aligned with your desire. Elevate your vibration. Engage in high frequency activity like joy, love, and gratitude. I love dancing. Well, dancing, listening to music, singing, watching movie that's making me laugh, keeping myself in a high vibration mode, because I don't want to feel that negativity anymore. I've dealt with that for so long that I'm like, no. I know in life I'll still experience sadness, anger, and all that, but I've learned not to hold on to it. I don't need to keep it within me. I can feel it, acknowledge it, and release it. Your energy may be misaligned. Recalibrate by shifting into positive state. Empowerment. You hold the power to shape your reality. Take charge of your action and decision. Own your choices today. Take full responsibility for the direction of your path. External influence may be draining your power. Reclaim control of your decision. Again, like I could play victim, I can blame everybody else, but when I take ownership for my actions, nobody told me to do whatever I did, right? Like we're in control of ourselves. Don't let your emotions or other people's how they treat you, like you take ownership for you. Okay? We don't have mind control over other people, but we can control our own mind. And again, empowerment. I took my own power by taking myself on a date. Patience. I'm not patient, but I'm learning to be. The universe moves in divine timing. Rushing will not speed up what is meant for you. Affirm. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Trust in the process instead of forcing outcome. Impatient may be blocking alignment. Let go of the urgency. What will be, will be. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for everything. It is what it is. Let it go, let it flow. Gratitude. Gratitude unlocks abundance. Recognize what you have attracts even more blessings. Write down 3 things you are grateful for today. Shift your focus to appreciate. Focusing on lack may be limiting your manifestation. Celebrate what is already. Yes. The book, The Secret, Law of Attraction. I think I mentioned it in almost all my videos, but knowledge is power. Like being stubborn and thinking you know everything, well, you're just gonna be stuck wherever that is. But the more you seek knowledge, the more you want to know and understand everything, sky's the limit. This is the basic tarot deck. What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you, universe, guardian angels, spirit team. What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? Oh, okay. That's a lot of cards. Let me organize it and I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, I've organized the cards. This is the 9 of Swords. So you may be feeling anxiety, fear, despair, hopelessness, isolation, nightmares, breaking point, anguish, and overwhelming. Even though you may feel this or may be going through this, feel it, go through it. Like on the other side is okay. The other side is actually like letting go of anxiety, recovering, release worry, deep-seated fears, gaining clarity. The hardships that we go through, yeah, it sucks, but there's lessons to be learned. So I've learned to see the positive in everything and acknowledge what it is for what it is, right? So you can stay like this forever. It's your choice, it's your life, but you can also see it in a different way. 7 of Swords. This was the 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Dishonest lies, trickery, scheming, cheating, deceit, thievery, strategic criminal activities. You may be feeling this, you may be going through this, maybe yourself or others, whatever the case. But you know what? There's always On the other side, taking responsibility, confession, truth, reveal, turning a new leaf. Look at your life now, reevaluate. Your past dictates your present. Your present dictates your future. If you nothing changes if nothing changes. If you want, you can change it. Okay? I'm not being yelling at you or whatever, but I'm just passionate. Like, I can be stuck in a room crying, watching movies, wasting my life. But I found my passion in tarot and oracle reading. I found my passion in being a life coaching, teaching people who needs to be healed, who wants to be healed too, because I'm not going to waste my time or their time. I have more self-respect. As much as I want to help people, they have to want it for themselves, because I know in the past people want things for me to go to work, to be happier, but what I was missing, what I needed was to be loved, to be seen, to be heard, to be acknowledged. All of that I did for myself, and I want to teach others to do that for themselves so they can unlock themselves from the cage that they put themselves in. Because what I've been there, I've done it, and I had the power to unlock and free myself. It's like the Eight of Swords. You are able to release yourself from the cage that you put yourself. That's just reality. That's just truth. If you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling caged and whatever, you have the power. Change the way you think. And I'm not like, you don't have to. You can live the way you like. There's, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Knight of Swords. Big